It's like the acceptance of, you know, as they say, the Alex Jones was right charge. Like slowly but surely, it's the acceptance of that. Slowly but surely, it's the acceptance that, yeah, this was the real deal all along. INFOWARS was the real deal all along. Our guests, our audience, our hosts, we were the real deal. We were the game changers. We were the renegades. You know, we were the Magellans of mainstream media's collapse. We were the Magellans that ruined the world map and said, no, this is the actual world. And yes, I am paying homage to the great Alex Jones Magellan rant. That was not intentional. So it's like we were the Magellans of the media. No, you thought this was the media? Actually, this is the media. Actually, we are the media.
We've circumnavigated the media globe. No, you're exactly right. And look, everybody is Alex Jones. Everybody's Alex Jones. The conservative, you know, right-wingers, they have to, out of sheer out of sheer survival instinct, you know, the Fox Newses couldn't resist Alex Jones INFOWARS talking points anymore. They had to sort of move over to our side. Like they're still not great, but when you turn on Fox News, it sounds a hell of a lot more like INFOWARS than it did 10 years ago. Now, meanwhile, the left just completely fails to defeat us at all, or counteract us, or curtail our actions at all, because they genuinely don't understand us, I think. Some do. Some get us, and that's why they're scared of us, right? They understand how powerful they are, they understand what we do, and they are desperate to try to disguise that, bury that, and distort that in the minds of the average person, so they get it, and they're terrified of it. But most liberals and the people that the owner is talking to in this letter he wrote, that genuinely don't understand where we're coming from, so they can't parody us, they can't really successfully mock us, they certainly can't, you know, contend with our ideas when there's no censorship. So, you know, when they do these shows, whatever they try to do to parody INFOWARS, as they take it over and turn it into a parody of itself, it's not going to last because they don't actually understand what we're about or what we say. And you have to actually understand something to successfully parody it. Like I think it was Norm Macdonald always said, like you have to like a person to do a good impression of them. You can't hate somebody that you understand. So they don't understand us because they hate us, and they hate us because they don't understand us. And for that reason, we just baffle them. And when they try to parody us, it just falls flat because they don't actually watch us.
So they have a story up now. Well, I really don't even want to give them any credence, but yeah, I mean, I am curious, like, what, I think it's obvious what they plan to do with it, but I'm just curious, like, so are you going to start publishing headlines like, there's chemicals in the water during the Frogs game? It's like, as a joke, are you going to publish headlines like, there's a deep state that wants to kill Trump? Like, as a joke? Or like, what is it? Like, you know, fluoride in water is, lowering IQs. That's the Onion INFOWARS headline. As a joke, it's like, is that what? It's like, are these people still living in the past? Is that what this is? It's like, do they think people are still living in the past where this stuff is real? It's not like that's not satire. That's not parody. Like everybody gets that that's what's going on now. Everybody gets that they're spraying heavy metals into the sky. Everybody gets that they want to control the climate, to control the planet, control the human, control the individual. It's like none of this works as satire. So it's like, again, it's like satire on satire equals reality. Like I don't know what. I'm trying to figure out the base of all of this.
So this is the thing. Yeah, as you're pointing out, you're exactly right. Like, what are they going to do to try to Whereas meanwhile, like if it was us, if we wanted to sit here and go, well, you know, we're now inviting onions, so you know, eat the bugs. It's time to eat the bugs. And you know, we have to enforce global warming. We have to teach them about global warming by force, and they'll go to kids. You know, like we could easily do a satire version of the left, where we just say what they really believe, and they're incredibly easy to write because you just naturally take the headline and you actually lay out what liberals really believe in a back and forth sort of manner. It's hilarious because it's so absurd what they believe and what they think. Entirely the same with us. We sort of switch places in that regard. Yeah, maybe finally, after just years and years of battery ramming disinformation out, finally broke through, and now everybody gets it. And so it's not
I'm wondering what the hell's going on out there. I see people running around, scrambling. I know Alex is somewhere. Oh, okay, yeah.
He's about to come back in here.
And I'm wondering where we are right now. I guess Alex is going to host his show from the new studio, maybe, is the plan. Okay, so yeah, Alex is going to be hosting his show from the new studio.
Wow, so it's happening.
We've already got the satellite networks built. Alex is ready to go. I know, I mean, you know, you're here, you'll speak for yourself, but I'm not going to be silent. I've got a pretty good idea what the future holds. You can go check out the latest on my account on X at Owen Schroyer 1776. I'm not going to use this platform to make the announcement just out of respect for Alex and INFOWARS. But yes, there will be satellite networks. I'm not going to stop. I definitely intend on doing my show. I'm not sure what is going to happen today. Quite frankly, I'm getting a lot of incoming inquiries and interview requests, so I may just do an interview list to talk about INFOWARS and just lead people where to go all day and just kind of give them an update, because I don't know, I doubt that any live program is going to be happening here the rest of the day. So I guess yesterday was the final INFOWARS War Room. I guess this will be the final American Journal. And I'm guessing the Alex is going to come in here and make his announcement, maybe a final farewell from the studio, and then officially launch his independent AJ network as well. And he'll give you updates there. For updates with me at Owen Schroyer 1776 on X, rumble.com/Owen. But I would say definitely Monday. We'll see what happens the rest of this week and today, but definitely Monday I will be live at 3 o'clock Central. Yeah, I will be live at 3 o'clock Central, at least on that Rumble channel. And I'm not stopping. I'm not going anywhere. I know Alex isn't either, and I know Harrison. I mean, this is your lifestyle as well.
Yeah, and of course, you know, our audience depends on us. What are they going to do at 3 p.m., you know, without Owen Schroyer? So
I'll be there for them.
Yeah.
I will be there. I will be there at 3 p.m. Central for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. I'm going to live to be 100 years old. I'm only 35. 65 more years I'll be on at 3 p.m.
Yeah, and I'll do Moonbase until you know, it's like we're the Iron Giant. We've been exploded by the nuke, and so now all of our little pieces have to crawl back and reform together. But until then, yeah, follow me at Harrison H. Smith. I think you can go to moonbase.show. We'll do Moonbase in the morning instead of American Journal, but it'll be the same content on a scaled down thing. And I think to us the worry is just how do we do it with enough you know, support to bring the crew along, because that's the real shame here is that, as I've always described it, INFOWARS is a battleship, and it allows us to be bigger than the sum of our parts. We have the most amazing artists, the most amazing technical directors, the most amazing, I mean, I don't even understand. I worked on the technical side. I worked behind the scenes for a long time. Still, when these guys start talking, I'm like, what are they even saying? They should come over. I don't even get it. It's this incredibly talented crew that we've gathered together, and it allows us to man our stations, do our part, and together we operate this massive and powerful ship. And now it's like we're all sort of in our own little rowboats, going off by ourselves. We're not going to stop, and we're all still headed in the same direction. Hopefully we can just, you know, hit the port and rebuild the ship and take to the seas in an even more powerful way soon. But Alex Jones was, whenever he wants to come in, he'll come in and make the announcement. But go to AJN Live on X, AJN Live on X. The AlexJonesStore.com is where you can support the new endeavor. And it's just surreal that it's finally here. We've been waiting for this moment for so long, and here we are, evacuating Hoth and moving to the next rebel base. Somewhere.
Did you ever see the movie Real Big Fish?
A long time ago, yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies ever, and there's an important message at the end of that movie, and I feel like that's kind of where we're at. And it's all about the journey. It's not about the death. It's not about the goodbye. It's all about the journey. And the journey here in INFOWARS has been epic. It's changed the world, and I'm just, you know, I'm honored to be a part of it.
All right, 5 minutes, folks. 5 minutes until the announcement. Alex just talked to the feds, and we'll get an update in 5 minutes. It's all about the journey, and you know, Alex always reads that quote, and ironically, strangely, coincidentally, it was a quote that I had. It was my Facebook profile when I first made it for Facebook in high school. I had this quote, and it just remained my quote forever. And it's about that those, the man in the arena, those who dare to strive for something, those who dare to risk failure in order to achieve triumph. So is this a failure? Well, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good getting shut down. Certainly, it's a failure in some regard. It's a defeat, I should say, in some regard. But it's like, what does that mean? We wouldn't have tried this? If we knew this was the outcome, would we have never tried? No, of course not. We did know this was the outcome, and we did do it, and we did put all of our effort into it, and we will continue to put all of our effort into it. So, this is the price you pay for trying to do great things.
Well, to me, it's the confirmation of everything that we've been fighting against,
100%.
And sometimes you have to go out there and you have to play that role. And it's not the role that we would have picked to play, but we'll fight the battles we have to fight. But again, it's like, why did King Leonidas go with 300 men to march into the armies of darkness against the Persians? Well, because he wanted to show, and like you said at the end, he wanted to show that even a god king can bleed.
Yep.
And so that's why when he hits Xerxes with the spear and he cuts him and he's bleeding, and then he just sits there and he's just like, I've done it.
Yep.
Like, my mission is over. He didn't even care. Xerxes didn't die. They didn't defeat the army. All of his men died. None of that mattered. Because in that moment, he showed that even a god king can bleed, and he knew it was now over for them. It didn't matter his fate or the fate of the 300. He knew it was now over for Xerxes. He knew that Xerxes was now dead, not King Leonidas. So kind of that's like the moment I feel like we're in right now. It's just like, now we're just sitting here, the arrows are about to come down, looking over at one another, nodding our heads, saying what an honor it was, what an honor it was.
Going into the battle knowing tonight we dine in hell, knowing this will be the end, knowing what
Someone
we're putting
needs
on
to
the
put
line.
Alex's face on this. We need to meme this right now. Put Alex's face on King Leonidas, and then have Harrison and me and Rob Dew and the crew and everybody behind him. And then, of course, the final moment happens.
And then, of course, not only is it the time needed to gather reinforcements for the real battle to come, but it's the story of Leonidas that inspires the rest of Greece to stand up and fight back. So that's where we're at now. This 300, or like the Alamo. I mean, the Alamo was a defeat. Everybody there died. But when you have 186 men fighting off 5,000 for 2 weeks straight, that's a victory. That's a victory that ensures the greater victory. So you can lose the battle and win the war. And this is a battle where the odds have been rigged against us. They have pulled out every hook and crook and trick in the book, from declaring us guilty before ever having a trial, having a show trial. And, it's something that I've mentioned before, but it's worth emphasizing. What happened to Alex Jones in the courtroom? People look at it and go, well, but he had a trial. It's called a show trial, folks. People don't understand. It's like Americans think that if tyranny isn't goose-stepping down Main Street, it's not tyranny. No, this is tyranny has to and always cloaks itself in the legitimate function of government. You have to have show trials. You have to appear as though you're following the law. That's how tyranny always imposes itself. So don't tell me, well, Alex Jones had a trial. Look at the details. Look at what the people involved said, from the lawyers to what Alex Jones himself said about what was going on. It was not a trial. He was prevented from even referencing the First Amendment to claim his free speech. It was never about declaring him guilty or not guilty. It was about declaring him guilty or super guilty, and then just deciding how guilty that was. Total kangaroo court show trial that would make Hitler or Mussolini blush. This is tyranny. This is what it looks like. This is how it's activated. This is how it takes America down.
Well, and I've been in the wrong corner of the triangle that is the courtroom. The judge, the prosecutors, and then the defendants. And I've been in the wrong side of that triangle too many times. And you always hear the saying, well, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't. Actually, I would not wish on even my worst enemy a rigged courtroom against them. If my worst enemy is a criminal and they're in a courtroom, I want justice. I want justice, even in that situation. I want justice, obviously. I don't want rigged trials. I don't want rigged courtrooms. But I've been in the wrong corner of the triangle of that proceeding, and it's a really empty, hopeless, shocking, Twilight Zone feeling. Not just as an American. I mean, even just your human instincts when you're in that, even just your soul, your humanity is just like, oh my gosh, like this is as corrupt. I mean, that's like as corrupt as it gets, really, when you think about it. When you can rig a justice system or the government or a court system against somebody or against an idea or against a group of people, that's really about as bad as it gets, because really the next step after that, of course, is just rigging violence against people. I mean, that's the last step before you just go violent against the same ideology or people or group. And so I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemies. If my worst enemies are criminals, I want justice. I want justice is what I want. And so I hope that other people don't have to experience that. I hope that in 4 years of this next Trump administration, we can try to get some semblance of justice back. I mean, it's never going to be perfect. It's almost just imperfect on its face, you know. But at least we can have an effort. You know, you feel like, I mean, I look at some of these things and I'm like, this is what causes lawyers to get a bad name, and this is what causes people to not trust the justice system. You know, the same thing happening with Donald Trump. People see that and they just say, wow, if they can rig it against Donald Trump, if they can rig it against Alex Jones, then they can rig it against anybody.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, it's just such a shame. And of course, the classic thing in criminal law is like, this question: is it better to let 10 innocent people go or falsely convict one, or 10 guilty people go or falsely convict one innocent person? And the idea is our system is set up to avoid at all costs convicting an innocent person, because people get away with crimes every single day. I probably sped on the way here. That's me getting away with a crime, right? It's like that's incumbent in the system. People are going to get away from with a crime. That's not the worst thing in the world. You want to minimize that. But an innocent person being subjected to a system and being falsely convicted or having it rigged against them, that is such a malfunction of the system. It is just 1,000 times worse than guilty getting away. It's innocent people being convicted. And that's how it feels right now, is we are innocent people being convicted, and not just convicted, but having just incredible, way beyond any semblance of justice or fairness. The punishment against us, cruel and unusual, I think would be the term for it.
Well, it's the onion. It feels like you've just bitten to an onion. Again, it's just like it's satire stacked on top of satire at this point. That's what the message is coming to me. It's like, is this a joke? Like, really?
Yeah, I mean, and it's almost, I mean, it's the fact that these people will use this incredibly powerful, unfair, rigged system to their own benefit, and then parade around like they did something great. I mean, I always use the analogy of a salacious crumb, right? This little yapping, laughing Chihuahua dog that sits with Jabba the Hutt, because they associate themselves and they get near to this giant, corrupt, slimy slug monster, and that makes them feel powerful. They think they are the powerful ones at that point. Which is fine. Laugh all you want. We're the Jedi. We are destined to win in the end. So laugh all you. So laugh it up. Laugh it up. The Onion. It's very funny watching the First Amendment be eviscerated in real time.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's really the story here. Is if they can take Alex Jones' free speech, his likeness, his name, everything he's worked for, his First Amendment, then they can do it to anybody. All right, we just heard the deep, grumbly voice of Alex Jones. Harrison, this has been your show for years. I'm going to let you close this out before Alex takes over.
Well, what an unexpected and shocking twist, folks. Alex Jones has talked to the feds. He's going to give you the breakdown and the latest news. We're going to show a short promo and be back in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
I ask that with your verdict, you not only take Alex Jones' platform that he talks about away. I ask that you make certain he can't rebuild the platform. That's what matters. Take him out of this discourse, of this misinformation, of this peddling of lies, and make sure he can't do it again. That is punishment. That is deterrence. But somewhere out there right now is another thing. Getting their pictures. Fixing their bridges. Going to work. Taking their kid. There's going to be neighborhoods out of the homes. And we know it is sad and it's true. And the question's going to be, where is Alex Jones in that evidence? Is he in the studio? Get ready to pounce. Will you stop him? hope that we never see someone like him again. I hope that with your verdict, he can go away. Alex Jones is patient zero for our society's inability to speak without lies. I believe it. He is patient zero for alternative facts.
Yeah, there's going to be a resolution made under what these claims are valued at. And that's also going to have to take into account what the Lafferty claims are valued at, and the Posner claims are valued at, and the Fontaine claims are valued at. And that is why I would say that what this is going heading towards is there's going to be a large set of plaintiffs who are going to be divided into the courts of INFOWARS and the bankruptcy estate. And over the course of that process, it could get very, very dangerous for us. Because there's going to be a new level of financial scrutiny. And if some lawyer like me basically finds out that he's hiding the keys to the candy store, pull it out in front of him on the stand, I can only imagine what Federal Receivers would do.
All right, and that was 2 years ago, and Federal Receivers came in and found nothing wrong, and I got a $4.3 million tax return in the IRS audit. We'd overpaid taxes, and I had basically no assets, and that went into the bankruptcy and into the whole system. All right, so this could be the last minute of me on air out of these studios for the last 16 years. INFOWARS for 27 out of 30 and a half years. Follow us right here at Real Alex Jones on X at AJN Live. Be sure to follow that, the Alex Jones Network. I'm going to sign off here. I'm not going to give away legal strategy, but what they did, and I've talked to the lawyers and what went on with the so-called auction and the way it was done and the fact that I knew it, they don't even deny it now. A lower bid was allowed to have the assets. No amount of money that we would have brought forward with our folks we're working with would have been there. And I told the crew that. I told them they would have a shutdown by Thursday morning. So this was expected by me. And that's what this is. So it's 10:26. And I'm about to sign off here. We'll, run some clips and things to, fill up the time here. And then in about 33 minutes from now, if you're watching on the streams at Real Alex Jones and the streams at AJN Live, you will see me out of the news studio, the news desk. There's a bigger studio that's almost done there as well. And we've got backups on top of that with folks. Several people own it, run it. They're going to try to get that too. It's not going to work. And the Streisand effect is happening. The system doesn't want you to know this information. So they're turning off the internet, turning everything off here. And so that's in the process right now. INFOWARS is turned off. They have turned off. And so there is a very good chance that we will be back here in the next few days as soon as the judge has a hearing. And this is what I believe is justice is going to be upended. And so discretion is the greater valor. So the feds that were here left. When they heard Steve Bannon say, I'm going to go put cameras on them. That's not what I was going to do. I wanted to go talk to them. I did talk to them over the phone, and they're going to Houston for the emergency hearing that the folks I was working with that put in real bids were just denied the process. They went and paid. They went and put down deposits. They did everything right. And then, nope, sorry, lower bid gets it. And that's all coming out in court. So, and if the judge wants to certify this, and that's what America is so far, we know that we've got to continue to work to restore our republic, but we've won. Trump's in. We're turning the tide. We haven't won the war. We've won the major battles. And so I just want to, commend the crew. I want to, commend everybody for the hard work over the years that they have done. I want to thank the listeners and the viewers that over the years have fought so hard to keep us on air. This is not a victory for the bad guys. This is them being revealed. This is them being brought out in the open. This is the globalist tyranny being forced to take the mask off. And so this will only backfire. That's 100% clear. Streisand effect. Because you are going to take all my old clips, all our live shows, everything we do, and know that the system doesn't want you to have this because we are effectively bringing America back in a peaceful second American revolution. So I'm going to sign off here. And you'll find us, obviously, at alexjones.network and realalexjones.com and alexjones.live and on X at realalexjones and at AJN Live. And then, of course, all the other rest of the crew and hosts and people have their own great spaces there. Rumble spaces. We'll see you at the Great Rumble. It's all happening right now. History is unfolding. And they wanted me off the air long before the election. They tried, but because you backed us, we stayed on air through 7 years of lawfare, almost $80 million. They filed in court. They've spent trying to shut us up. They admit it was never about money. I didn't do any of the things they said I did. They had judges find me guilty. It was all a lie. And so we are victorious. That's why we're under attack. We're truthful. We're honorable. And our ancestors, I can guarantee you, are proud of us. And they're proud of all of you that have supported. So to continue on, please support our sponsor, the AlexJonesStore.com. And of course, my dad's great supplement company, drjonesdactyls.com. And that will keep us in the fight. I will never surrender. I will never back down. It is impossible for me to quit, especially in our moment of victory, as we see the deep state totally revealed. But they thought shutting me down was going to work. Now you got Elon Musk, basically a smarter, even better clone of my worldview, which is the real worldview of how things are actually going down. We are the future. We are the resistance. And you got Joe Rogan totally awake, Tucker Carlson, just everybody else. So that meme of, where I'm coming out of the tunnel and there's hundreds and hundreds of Alex Joneses, the clones, it's here. It's happening. And so that's what it's all about. So now it's up to you, Paul Revere's, to take the links, to follow Real Alex Jones on X, at Real Alex Jones and at AJN Live. And it's up to you to make sure that this beachhead we have to take our country and the world back from the hands of the globalist, technocrat, transhumanist, Satanist, pedophiles will be successful. So for myself, the entire INFOWARS crew, for my family, we are all one family. I love you, and I thank you. And our greatest work is ahead. And in the final words, I will say here, of John Paul Jones, the founder of the U.S. Navy, when his ship, half the size of the British frigate with more than double the troops and Marines on board, was sinking, the British captain hailed across on the old-fashioned bullhorn, and wasn't electric, but through a bullhorn, "Would you like to give up? Would you like quarter?" And John Paul Jones said, "I have not yet begun to fight." And that's in the Old English. I've only begun to fight in the common, popular, modern vernacular of English. And of course, as his ship sunk, he tied it to the British. They took the ship, saved both ships, and that's where you get, "I've only begun to fight." And that's exactly what's happening. So my sinking ship is here, tied to the new ship, and a whole armada of ships is coming. It's the American people, the people of the world. Global realignment against the New World Order. Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, they're in deep trouble. And so that which does not kill us only makes us stronger. So God bless you all. And the journey has just begun. Thank you.
For years, I've been telling you guys never to take no for an answer, right? To keep pushing, to never hang up the phone until you get what you want. Because you all deserve it. This deal that I'm about to sign, the fuck is that, I'll tell you what it is. It's me taking no for an answer, It's them selling me, not the other way around. It's me being a hypocrite is what it is. So, you know what? I'm not leaving.
just electrolytes, okay? This is really a superfood, similar to vitamin mineral fusion, but with a whole bunch more electrolytes and other things in there. It would take me a long time to go through the ingredients, 3 pages of them here, and what they do. But it's got super high quality vitamin C, niacin, vitamin B6, vitamin B12. It's got panthenogenic acid, vitamin B5 sulfate, calcium, magnesium, zinc, manganese, chloride, sodium, and more. Potassium, the list goes on.
Watch your head, show
And it's
for
all
it.
high quality sources of it on top of that. And then it funds my broadcast and the crew and all of us continuing on. If INFOWARS shuts down November 13th and on, regardless, is going to help us up our game if INFOWARS survives. So please go check out this amazing supplement, the highest quality you're going to find with big discounts and other great supplements at theLShowStore.com. Sought out the very best, highest quality rehydrating product for pre-workout, post-workout, you name it. And we found a top company with top reviews would let us private label it, and it's beyond just hydration. It's beyond just getting your electrolytes. It's a superfood, it's a pre-workout, it's a post-workout. You've got to read all the ingredients that are in this bad boy. And then the insane low price between 30 and 50% off, depending on how many canisters you get of Ultimate
They're sending mortar
Hyperforce.
shells.
Now again,
Hostile care
the
package
ingredients
deployed.
itself and the quality of the ingredients and the amount of the ingredients,
Allies pull the
this
bomb
baby
run.
is next level. This is beyond anything out there and anywhere near this low price. I always seek to bring you the very best of the product so you get a great response, great effects, and you want to come back and use it again like a restaurant. You have tasty, good, delicious food. So there's a line out for this. Well, I got to admit some things. Next time we reproduce this, or my sponsors do, we're going to probably have to change the name. And why is that? Well, it's simple. This is called Ultimate Hyperforce Electrolyte Pre-Workout. Post-workout, pre-workout. That's why it's Ultimate Hyperforce and more, I guess you say. Hydration,
Care package coming
energy,
for you.
vitamins, minerals, health,
Enemy
immune
death
system.
machine
Get your
spotted.
Hyperforce exclusively at theLShowStore.com. This is an emergency transmission from deep in the heart of Texas, U.S. Resistance. It's a global corporate combine, empowered and funded by Communist China. Set up in China in 1949. The Communist Chinese have taken control of U.S. telecommunications infrastructure. The Communist Chinese have taken control of Hollywood. The Communist Chinese have taken control of the main universities. This is all confirmed. This is not the drill. Major tech in Silicon Valley is almost completely run by the Communist Chinese government. They effectively control Apple 100%. Google is now making the transition and announcing a merger and total censorship. They are now beta testing using me as the straw man, a demonized version of Alex Jones to do that. This is happening. This is not like the other probes before that were getting used to probes and censorship, thinking you would adapt to censorship by just putting up with it. Now this attack is thousands of times the magnitude of all previous attacks. This is a titrated dose, reverse psychological warfare operation using adapt to overcome, subversion, paradigm manipulation. Layman's terms, they are manipulating the fact that we adapt to being oppressed. We adapt to being pressed with the low dosages of oppression. And now when the megaton hits us of the total takeover, we try to adapt to the poison infusion instead of not knowing it's a lethal dose if we accept the dose. Total Internet of Things, integration, global social score, complete command and control system. It is the virtual reality AI weapon system now attacking the United States with traitors inside the major security agencies, blocking Trump's resistance of the program and attempting to stop us from removing the tentacles of the Chi-Com/Big Tech Banking Combine emergency situation. I have been chosen for destruction because I brought you this information and have been ramming it out as much as I can. They want to double use me as they always do in any complex system of mathematical deception where every angle of my good is turned against us. So they take what I've said, being sincere, build me into an insincere person in the straw man. I'm a person that cares about life and children and is against these wars. And so they make me a herder of children. And then they build me into this lie to then set the distraction while they're actually censoring all of you to make a debate about Alex Jones. So even if I didn't sell out to them, they now use me as an archetype to serve them by being the main distraction. I have now been captured by the enemy in the information warfare fulcrum and it's being used against you. Only your full understanding of this will break you free from the paradigm. I have given you the transmission. Now break free. Thomas Jefferson. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
You are the resistance, ladies and gentlemen, and the price of liberty is eternal vigilance. I'm Harrison Smith. This was the American Journal. What is it now? We don't even know. If you're just joining us, INFOWARS.com is down. Band.video is down. Alex Jones is en route to the satellite studio, which the crew has been tirelessly working to build up as a contingency plan in case what has happened were to happen. So he will be live at 11 a.m. with the Alex Jones Show from his new studio, so make sure to stay tuned for that. For all updates, if you're hearing my voice, however you're finding me, make sure to follow at AJN Live on X, follow at Real Alex Jones, follow me at Harrison H. Smith, Owen at Owen Schroyer 1776. Thank you to everybody for the outpouring of support at this time. It's been a long time coming. Feels weird that it's already here, and I'm going to read you some of the information that we know about this, some of what has been revealed in the mainstream media so far. Of course, we have the inside story, which Alex Jones will be bringing you in just about 19 minutes. So we've been purchased by The Onion, of all things. And, you know, I saw yesterday somebody post, and it's like, do you think we like, you know, talking about being shut down all the time? Do you think this was something that we just did? And so something was posted yesterday. It's like we waited all day yesterday. And let me just say this. When I do my show in the morning, American Journal, you know, I go and I have stuff to do after the show, giving titles and uploading videos and that sort of thing. And so usually I'm in the office and the Alex Jones Show is on. I'm not usually paying that much attention to it.
You know what you did.
Jones Broadcast Limited Edition Fundraiser T-shirt is available at thealexjonesstore.com. This exclusive limited edition T-shirt is your chance to stand with Alex Jones and support the ongoing fight for free speech. Featuring the bold red INFOWARS logo prominently displayed on the front, this shirt is more than just a piece of apparel. It's a statement of solidarity. Crafted from high-quality materials, the shirt also features the INFOWARS.com website and an American flag on the sleeve, symbolizing the fight to keep independent voices on the air. Every purchase of this T-shirt goes directly to ensuring that no matter what obstacles arise, Alex Jones will continue to broadcast the truth. Wearing this shirt means you're part of the mission to protect free speech and keep Alex Jones broadcasting. Get yours now before this limited edition sells out, and wear it proudly as a defender of the truth. Visit thealexjonesstore.com right now and get the Save Alex Jones Broadcast limited edition fundraiser T-shirt now. Get yours now.
There's nothing more important that I could possibly say to you than what I'm about ready to say. We have 2 days left until this historic election. It's absolutely 100% not hyperbolic to say that it's the most important election in the history of our country. And just like they stole...
They have the advantage. lead's ours! We're down. Kill confirmed. The lead's ours. Hold on to it. Kill confirmed. Nice job. Recon planes ready. They got nowhere to hide.
Recon aircraft is flying high.
Recon flight mission deployed. Kill confirmed. Nice job. Teammate called a bombing run. Heads up.
Let's not do that again. Molotov!
Keep the momentum! They got recon in the sky!